Hello and welcome to the exciting resumption? What's the word?
Redemption?
Resumption?
That's a word, yeah.
Is that a word?
That's a word.
No.
To the exciting resumption of D&D with high school students, Season 2. This would be Episode 4. And for this episode, we have changed the setting to a slightly more intimate theater of the mind setting. That's right, folks. No big table set up with terrain and minis. This is straight up imaginative D&D. Because when we last left off, the party were recouping in the Temple of Vusek, the water temple, the temple of the water goddess. And guys, we're going to recap, but basically you were left with a decision, if I recall correctly, as to how you were going to deal with this whole situation with the blonde elf. And if you were going to decide to align yourselves with the priestesses of Vusek and try to figure out what this sneaky elf is up to, or if you were going to go your own way, because the world is yours to explore. So, with us today is our cast, -1, because Carl had a heart attack. No, I'm just kidding. Carl is not here. He just can't be here right now. But, so, for all of you people that love Carl, sorry, rip. Carl's still alive. You'll see him at the next episode, which hopefully will be live from Las Vegas. So stay tuned. If you're not already following me on Twitter or the Facebook page, go follow there because I'm going to post when we're going to be doing our live game from Vegas. But who is here? Sean. Hey, how's it going? Sean's here. He made it.
Hi.
And then over there is Matt Kavanaugh. Matt.
Hello. Hi.
And there's Matt. And then the girls are on the couch. So say hi, girls. Okay. So, and then here is our intimate table of imagination. By the way, this little snow globe, look at this. This is a souvenir that Heather brought back from Ireland for me and us, for me and Carl.
No, it's only for Bill.
It's only for me.
Just kidding.
And then this is Lord Voldemort.
And if you touch it, you're out
This
of
is
the
a little
D&D.
metal knight that Albert got me. And then this is a little
And your character's
resin wizard
Your character.
that RJ got for me.
Hi, Trixie.
So they're just little good luck tokens.
Dude,
These
someone
are.
was commenting about they lived in Ireland and they were like commenting. I
Yeah.
replied to them about something.
They were like, "Yo, Heather, hit me up."
No, they were like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, "I don't know," because we went to like everywhere. We went
Yeah.
across the whole country.
Was it a good trip? Did you
It
enjoy
was
the choir
the
trip?
best trip of my life. It was the best week of my life.
Yeah, I imagine that's pretty.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Anna, did you do anything awesome for spring break?
I don't remember.
No, she did nothing. Matt Kavanaugh, did you do anything awesome for spring break?
I got sick like 2 days into it, so that sucked.
Rip.
Oh wait, I watched.
And
Molly
also,
Gallagher.
everyone got sick in
watched
Ireland.
Yeah, that's
like
So
the
fun.
whole choir was like dying.
Even
So
though-
that was fun.
Sean, what did you do over spring break?
I worked at AMS Performance, working on Nissan GTRs and Mitsubishi Evos.
Cars.
Making performance parts.
Cars.
Yeah, for those people that are like me that don't know anything about things like that, cars.
Basically the world's best shop for a Nissan GTR.
Nice.
Just saying.
All right, so I went to Florida. I went to Universal Orlando, and it was awesome. Harry Potter was deeply explored at both parks, and lots of fun rides and good times and family reunions. Anyway, also from GaryCon, these sweet dice. You can see they're GaryCon 10 dice. GaryCon 10, see? So the skull is a 6. So we have these skull dice, these bones dice from GaryCon 10 to roll. All right, back to the game. Push back, give us a little room. So here's where we left off. You guys went to bed. You were in the safety of the Temple of Vusek. But in the morning, the High Priestess calls you to that open chamber, and you guys all come together, and she reveals that she believes that this blonde elf who you've referred to might be an agent of another government sent here to steal the crystal orbs, the god stones that are embedded in the eyes of the statue to the water goddess Vusek. She's concerned that maybe this elf was trying to hire you, so to steal it, but that he still might be in town and he still might make an attempt to steal these crystals. So she looks to you. Since you have encountered this man before, would you help us? Would you seek him out? Perhaps he is still here in Daryolar Sharif. Did he give you any other information? How to meet with him? How to find him?
So, yeah, you guys kind of already checked out the inn and everything where he was supposed to be. So can we just have a little huddle over here for a second? See if we remember anything?
Certainly.
I remember nothing. I genuinely don't remember anything from any of the previous episodes.
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Matt?
Do you remember anything?
Forgot my character didn't speak proper English for a minute.
You don't speak English.
Yeah, I don't speak English. But, no, not really. He was blonde and he was an elf.
Did we kill the main guy last episode or the one before?
Which guy are you talking
Which
about?
guy?
Aree?
We didn't kill him.
Didn't
He's
you say he
fine.
was gonna go in
No, we burned his house down.
Oh, right.
Wait, it didn't get burned
Okay.
down because it's stone.
It was burned
So, do you remember the gray robe guy that they captured?
Yeah.
He's still captured.
Bummer.
He's still sitting out in the courtyard, surrounded by like a new crop of guards.
Oh, yeah.
But he seems totally.
Oh, the one without the tongue?
Yeah, he seems totally serene. He's like just
Okay.
chilling. The void monk.
He's still there.
It's
I
been
don't-
like,
Alright.
hasn't it been like 2 days?
I want to break him out.
What?
Let's lie and say we do, and just take this dude with us. And
Oh
have
my god.
And
Okay,
have him
so,
show.
And
Or,
say
When
fight
we
them,
do
but
that,
we can't
though-
take him without Carl right now.
Yo.
oh yeah.
Because Carl gets super lucky
he
and
wants
wins
to be
everything.
here and mess everything up.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
but.
can't believe we're playing without Carl.
Yeah, that's true.
Just pretend Carl's sitting next to me
Okay.
in the form of this scary mask.
Okay.
I don't
Should we
like that.
FaceTime him in? Do you think he's at the doctor yet?
Yeah, FaceTime. All right. While you're doing that, let me just reprise you. So, Matt, I'm going to have you make a intelligence check
Oh jeez, okay.
to see if you remember when you guys encountered the void monk in the alley. So, what's your intelligence bonus?
+1.
Okay, so that's a 9. You're trying to think back to when you guys were communicating with the void monk, and remember, Heather gave him paints, and the void monk started like painting things. Do you remember anything? Do any of you now remember?
Okay, so he painted us a pretty picture. There's the elf guy's out here trying to steal the stuff. He's a gray monk dude is neutral. He's true neutral and symbol and all that.
Yes.
Made us learn how to count our fingers.
Yes.
Didn't
He wanted to stop the guy, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You remembered correctly. He
So
did.
why are we
So
on
he.
two different sides? This is stupid.
Yes. Well, Anna, therein lies the summary. As you realize that the void monk seemed to tell you that he also wanted to stop the elf, and yet the priestesses don't appear to trust the void monk because they have him still out in the courtyard with crossbows aimed at him.
Because he's true neutral.
Alright, I have some information. I don't know if we're here or something is there, but I drew a picture of a mountain with a circle and an X that says Void Monks.
Yeah, they're underground. I actually wrote that stuff down.
Yes.
Alright, so that could be useful.
So you know historically where I think you remembered the historical
It's Carl.
significance.
Kabu Kylu.
Yeah,
Right, underground
that the
monks.
void monks
Hi,
hundreds
Carl.
of years
Wait.
ago.
Wait, it's Carl.
Oh, hey, it's Carl.
Carl's back.
Show everybody the screen. Hey, Carl. We're playing D&D.
Wait, let me
Where's
turn
your
the
face,
volume up.
Carl?
Where's my what? Oh, hey.
Say hi to the audience, Carl.
Hi, audience. It's me, Carl. I was at the doctor's with my mom.
How's everything going?
Good. I probably am not dying of heart failure.
Yay.
So we're happy there.
Are you gonna still go to Vegas with us?
Yeah, I'm still going to Vegas.
What if he didn't?
That'd be
Oh, no.
I think I'd start crying.
I'd be so sad,
I
but then
would
I'd
literally
get
cry.
to, then I'd room with Albert.
All right, Carl.
That'd be high.
Here's
You're
the,
like, it's
here's
fine.
the
I'd still
question.
roommate
The group needs your leadership, Carl. Here's the question.
That's true. I am the leader.
Show it to Michael.
What's up?
But I had a
So
plan.
the group needs your leadership, Carl, and they need to decide whether or not they're going to work with the priestesses of the water goddess to try to find the blonde elf, or if you're just going to abandon the water goddess priestesses and try to find the blonde elf on your own and make a deal with him.
What does his mom think of
Mm.
Dude, his mom is so.
Oh, that's rough. What is the group? What's everyone thinking? Give me individual opinions.
Well,
None of us remember anything.
We
Not
can't-
I
anything.
do.
I
Anna remembers that the gray monk, the void monk, also wanted to stop the blonde elf from stealing those crystals.
I want to take the Grey Monk with us.
I want
think
to
fuck
fight the water goddess
priestesses.
people eventually, but we can't win.
Yeah,
right
I want to use my
like
tentacles.
the water people. I think they're nice. They were mean to
They were
us
awful
a
to
little
all
bit.
of us.
Yeah, they
The
tried to
blonde
kill
elves
us.
Trustworthy.
Carl,
Wow.
didn't they almost shoot you last episode?
They did.
Yeah, but I was being an ass, so that makes sense.
That's you all the time, though.
Character.
Well, yeah, Anna. But
Thank you,
no,
Anna.
we should we should work with the girls, the ladies.
Okay.
No, they suck.
All right,
and I
Carl.
hate them.
If you
Wish us good luck. We'll see you in Vegas.
Good luck, everyone.
We're gonna see
See
him.
you in Vegas.
Oh wait,
See ya,
he's
Vegas.
not coming to school tomorrow.
I might see him tomorrow.
We won't
Okay,
see him
right, bye.
until Vegas.
All right. So
Am I coming?
you guys, Sean
Carl's gonna
advises
come.
that you guys somehow keep the Void Monk with you on your side.
Yes.
And who you guys have to do this. I can't lead your party. You have to decide what you're gonna do, and you have to do it like in 20 minutes.
Sean say it because my character doesn't speak English properly, and I think the priestesses are racist.
They are racist.
So,
Do you call the
what
high
are you
priestess
guys
back?
called?
The high priestess. That's her
Alright.
name.
So, High Priestess, we do know
Yes.
where
That wasn't my camera. Yes.
know where the thing we have to
Buddy.
get is
Oh my god.
on one condition.
What condition would that be?
We need to bring the muted elf with us.
The Void Monk,
Well, yeah,
the Grey Robe.
the gray robe.
All right, you will now make a persuasion roll,
All right.
because you know that she's not really for that idea. So it actually, you know what? It's up to you. I'll let you make a persuasion roll or a deception roll. It's your choice.
What's better?
Because on the, I don't know.
What do
You
you
look
have
at your
a
sheet.
score
They're
If
both +1.
+1, so you're not good at either one. So just roll and hope for the best. So you're basically trying to persuade her to let you guys work with him.
What's
Okay,
that?
so that's a 9 + 1
9.
is 10.
10.
She looks at you skeptically. She's like,
What are we rolling?
I'm not sure that we're really comfortable with the Void Monk being on the
Wait.
loose here in town quite yet.
Wait, I
What
wanna...
if one
Why-
of you
why
come
do you
with
need
us?
him?
Didn't we kill 2 of them already? Can't we say like we can kill the one if it gets bad?
Good point. You want to make a roll?
Wait,
Yeah.
I want
What am I
to say
rolling
that
for?
maybe because you can't speak English.
No, I
Okay,
speak it
say
badly.
what you're gonna say.
Okay, I want to say... We already killed 2 of them, so we can kill this one too if shit goes south. So
Okay.
Give him
Make your persuasion roll. Look at you, champ.
18.
18. She seems reassured by Trixie's confidence with dealing with the Void Monks. She's like, if you truly feel that having the Void Monk with you will help you stop this blonde elf, then we are allowing you to take him into your custody. But know this. If we are betrayed, the water goddess Vusek will not view this betrayal lightly, and there will be consequences. Even for you, my small halfling friend.
Yes, your high priestess.
Okay. So she beckons for a few of the guards to bring you guys outside. And they escort you out into the courtyard, and you see all the beautiful water fountains and everything. You know, as morning's coming up, there's kind of a mist over the beautiful grounds and the cool like fountains and water gardens. And you see the Void Monk just sitting out there, still tied up, just seems like content. And he sees you guys and he like kind of smiles. He's like, he waves. So they escort you over to him, and the captain of the priestesses of the guard hands you, Trixie, the rope
Okay.
to his bound hands.
Okay.
So he like looks up and he stands up with you guys.
So,
The high priestess says, "You have until nightfall. If you have not found the blonde elf, I expect you to return here with the Void Monk. Good luck."
Cool.
They open up the gates to the temple grounds, and you guys walk out into the town of Dariolar Shari. So, where do you go first? How do you begin your search?
I'm gonna cut off the Void Monk's ropes first.
I, for
Or just
some
on
reason,
time.
thought you were gonna cut his hands off. I was like, why? He's your friend. All right. So you
I don't even have
We
a...
wanted to
you
kill
sever.
himself.
Yeah, you pull out
I
a
got some
dagger and you
carpentry
cut the.
tools.
I do have a
Yeah.
dagger, yeah.
You cut the ropes.
Carpenter the ropes off.
He like rubs his wrist. They're obviously like there's like indentations from how tightly they had tied
Oh
the
yeah, do
bonds.
I have to heal him or?
No,
He's fine.
he seems okay. He like rubs his wrist a
Yeah,
little bit
he'll
and
be
stretches
fine.
his hands
Did
out.
they feed him?
Doubt it.
You don't think so.
So, Try to give him like some.
Should we give him some like?
I'll
he
give
was
him.
tied up there
I'll give
for,
him
what,
bread
full
and a
day?
cheese.
He nods and he bows to you and he starts eating it. And
I have a bottle of wine, but I'm gonna drink it. So.
I also,
he goes over to like a horse trough and just like dips his hands in the water and just like drinks some.
That's nasty. He can have some of my wine.
All right. So what do you guys do? It's early morning in the town of Daryol Arshari. There's people, people in the markets are just starting to set up their stalls, and shops are starting to open up. A few of the inns you could smell like food being cooked and stuff like that.
Did the elf say where he was going after he found like a party? Did he tell us that?
I mean, he was gonna steal the jewels from
Well, he
the
didn't
temple
tell us
we
that,
just
though.
left.
He said he was gonna take a trail, didn't he? Like a trail up on a mountain.
No, that's
No?
what the monks
You're
said.
getting closer. Make an intelligence check.
Which
Let's
was-
see. I'll put it to you this way. I'll let you guys as a group choose who makes the intelligence check. So who has the highest intelligence?
I have 13.
I have 14.
That's 13.
Where's intelligence?
No, plus 1.
Plus 3,
Oh.
16, so
I'm
19.
No, but you don't have.
I don't
that
have a
number.
bonus. Who has a bonus?
What's yours?
I have
19.
a 1 bonus.
No. So when I say your intelligence, so that's you have a 16. So you'd add a plus 3. So you want to make the roll.
Alright.
Sounds-
Okay. So that's a 14. So it's 11 plus 3, 14. That's good enough. So you kind of remember when he first approached you that he mentioned a certain timeline. That like if
Yeah.
you wanted to do this job, it had to be done
2 days.
within 2
Very
days.
nice.
Because why? Do you remember that part?
Because he's heading out again.
And do you remember how he's heading out?
Boat.
Yes. There you go.
Oh.
So you remember now that the festival, remember the tourist
Oh.
boat that brought all those
Yes.
people from the Northern
Yeah,
Kingdom?
landing together.
He came in on that boat. When you intimidated them in the bar, those tourists, he was with that group. So he came in on that boat, and that boat's leaving with, now it's only in one more day,
Yeah, we have one.
right? So you have today, and then tomorrow morning it leaves. So you have to find him, and according to the priestesses, you have to find him today. So you know how at least he's supposed to be leaving town, via that ship.
Seems like a good place to start. At least go like to the dock or the port. or
Okay.
whatever.
So you guys start making your way to the docks district. So
Yeah.
you head south, and you guys get to the docks district, and you remember it's kind of like a seedier district. There are a lot of warehouses. There's a couple kind of inns that are run down a little bit.
It's the same one where we stashed our stuff.
Yes.
This stuff's
Wait,
gone.
don't-
It's been too long, right?
No.
No, we still.
Can we go get
still-
that?
we have-
You could, but then you have to carry. I mean, you could carry it around because
Wait.
you're
What I wanted to.
Huge.
What's in there?
that
Oh,
chest full of all the like
Oh,
fancy
money.
clothes
I can-
and all the silver.
Yeah.
Could I go to like a?
You still have
post-
another day.
Could I go to like a post or something and send that to my family for safekeeping?
You could,
Okay.
because you're a noble.
Can we do that so we don't lose it? 'Cause
Okay,
we're,
well,
we're going to forget.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I want to.
Like we can keep whatever,
Yeah. Okay.
however much we
I also
want.
want to. I want to turn to the monk and I'm gonna say, do you want to change so you're less suspicious looking?
He's like,
Yeah. Okay. Let's go do that.
Okay.
Changes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. So you guys go to the warehouse where you have your stuff stashed.
Yes.
All right, you go in the warehouse. Willie, you look around and you use thieves can't, like you kind of scout out. You see Slinky, the sketchy dude, and he's
Yeah.
like, you go over and he's like, "Are you here to pick up your stuff?"
Yeah. Oh, I remember the knock. I have it written down somewhere. Do I need that or not?
Yeah. So you do the knock.
Yeah.
All right, you wait, and then the door opens, and the back of the crate opens, and once again there's a sweaty dude, and he's like, "Finally!" He's like, he just starts pushing the stuff out. So you're the strongest.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're just gonna carry the chest.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kind of pick it up, put it over your shoulder, and you're carrying this chest full of all the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Slinky's like, "Good doing business with you," and then they run away.
Cool.
So you guys walk out. Now, actually, since you're near the docks, there are actually courier services. So you stop by one of the posts, and the courier says that they basically put it on a big scale and they weigh it, and they're like, "Okay, where do you want this to go to?" And you tell them where your family's from. They're like, "5
Yes.
silver pieces."
Hold on, Sean.
I have an
Question.
idea.
Yes.
He's leaving on the boat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we just tell everyone to meet at the docks where he's gonna be at the
Why
boat?
don't we just
The
take
water
the
priest
boat,
people?
too?
Yeah.
Why don't we just
Or
wait until the show's
we
over?
go with him because those guys are dicks.
That's true. Why don't we do an international heist?
Okay.
Also,
Okay.
I have a plan.
Yeah,
Can
I
I write a
mean,
letter
I'm down.
to my family and not show the camera or these people for it to
Yes.
be- Okay.
Damn,
So
okay.
you write a letter to your family.
Yeah.
We're
Do you
gonna
guys
have to
get
tell-
anything? Do you get fancy clothes from the treasure chest before Matt mails it to safety?
Yeah, you can take whatever you guys want from that.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to
'Cause-
an outfit and.
Okay, write it
what
down.
else do I
So
have?
any fancy noble clothes that you want.
Oh yeah, I have cigars, so I'm gonna hold on to those.
Okay.
I'll trade out the bloody fancy clothes with like regular ones. Didn't someone get bloody from a fight?
I'm gonna say you have to make a roll because you are large, and most of the fancy clothes are not large. So roll this d10, and I'll say 6 or above, and there is an outfit for you. Rip.
Sweet. Alright.
Well,
So
Constitution
you're like
clothes.
you're looking through all the clothes, and they're all like human size or smaller.
Sure. Alright.
But you could have your clothes laundered, you know.
Yeah, I should do
You
that.
can
'cause-
bastardize the dress and turn it
Aren't we
into.
by the river?
Or I just use the fortune that we have and go do laundry.
Let's go shopping, guys.
So the Void Monk's there with you guys. You guys clean out whatever you want from the chest, and then pay 5 silver to have it shipped to your family's estate.
Mhm.
Do you take the silver out of the chest to pay it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's done. What do? You're by the docks. There are actually a couple fisherman ships that are like heading out. Some of them that are coming back. That were early morning ships that are coming back. And then there are a few basic trade ships coming in. It's not a huge port, so there's not that much activity going on.
The tourist ship is still there, right?
Yes,
It's docked?
you see the very large ship from the north that is still there. It's still in dock. You see a couple dock workers there that look like they're loading things. There's like one person who you assume is under the employment of the dockmaster because he's got like a whole ledger and he's writing down notes about stuff and he's kind of walking back and forth up and down the big pier, kind of scoping things out.
Any cops?
I'm going to say that there are 4 constables who kind of
Damn.
work the docks, but none of them, it's not like they're all there. Like they kind of wander around.
Okay, y'all want to go like snoop on the ship and see if the elf dude like left any thing there, or if there's anyone who knows him, or
Isn't he not coming back until the next day?
yeah, but he still came here on the boat. We could see if he's actually like a foreign agent or just some asshole here to steal stuff.
Well, if he's either, I don't think he'd leave incriminating stuff on it.
You have
You
a
never
couple
know.
options, just from a gaming tips perspective. You could use the investigation skill and basically describe how you want to investigate and what you want to investigate, and then you can make a roll for that. Or you could actually role play trying to convince somebody to let you onto the boat or interrogating somebody to get information if they have information. So those are some options that you could consider.
I'm not throwing the idea down. I'm just like generally curious. What information would help us going through his stuff?
I mean, honestly, all we have right now is that he's blonde and he's after the eyes and he apparently has a lot of money. But we don't know where he is because he's not at the inn. He's not coming back here for another day/night. And apparently he's going to hire people to do the heist at the temple, but like we don't know anything else about this guy or like his name or anything.
Wait, doesn't that mean that he'd try and do the heist before he leaves?
Yeah, he will.
And he didn't do it last night.
So he's gotta do it
So
tonight.
he's doing it tonight.
But we have a full day to kill.
So what do you guys do?
Alright.
Speed round. Matt, what do you think you should do?
Talk to the guy on the boat, ask if he knows where the blonde dude went.
Heather, what do you think you should do? Speed round.
Yeah, same thing.
Anna.
I wanna go snoop.
Sean.
Ignore the boat, but I'm outnumbered, so we're going
Carl.
to the boat.
Carl's dead.
Carl flirts with some girl on the dock.
Carl is
so-
having
Carl
sex with the
uses
dockmaster.
charisma.
Yeah, so Ralof is flirting with some girl that's working on the docks. You guys decide to go intervene and check things out. So you walk down the long pier and there's like a what do you call those things? Like a gangplank plank thing? Yeah. That ramp that goes up to the ship.
Yeah.
And there's a couple dock workers and then there's the guy with the ledger and the paperwork that looks all official. Who do you
And
want
we
to
just
talk
mailed
to?
off all of our money. Thanks, man.
I have some cash on me.
I'm gonna say that Carl kept at least 60 silver pieces. from the chest.
I
'Cause
have.
that seems
I
like
still have
something Carl
rich
would do.
person money on me though.
Yeah, he's also just rich.
Well, yeah, but I don't like spending it on
Wait,
this.
you're rich?
Yeah, my guy's rich.
Yeah,
Just mail
Carl
it.
has a lot of
I have
money.
my own money.
Yeah, so just.
That was chump change.
Okay, so who's talking and who's doing what? Go.
My character doesn't talk good.
I
Anna
have
can talk to
a
them.
little.
Anna,
I'm a
talk.
wanted sea criminal. I don't think that's a good
I
idea.
have plus
think it's a
3
good idea.
persuasion.
Sean.
That's pretty
You
good.
do it.
All right.
All right.
Hey there.
He looks around and he's like, "Oh, hello, little fellow. How are you?"
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
It's a pretty good morning so far. All of my paperwork's in order and things are moving right along.
That's
Are
great.
you one of the people taking this ship up north?
Yes.
I am actually
Yes.
a.
Yes.
Dude, come on.
I'm a carpenter here to repair the floors of the ballroom and the rooms because I am in the guild membership and I have special access here.
Okay, so 2 things. You first make a deception roll,
Alright.
and then
Thought that'd be persuasion. but-
no,
It
it'll
took me
well,
so long
it
to
was
lie about
up
something
until
that's
you
mostly
lied about
true.
repairing. Yeah, the repairing the floorboards for the ballroom
thought
thing
you'd ask for
turned
like
it into a deception roll.
Our tickets. We don't
So
have any
specific.
tickets.
Is
Yeah.
this a Titanic?
No, it's not that big.
17.
Wow. Okay, so 17 plus what for deception?
Trick the captain into thinking they're
Deception.
If they're
Plus
good
one,
at ball-
18.
Plus 1.
There's
18.
no ballroom.
If
So-
the ballroom, he just tricks them into thinking.
He seems a little confused by the ballroom thing, but then the floorboards, and he's like, and he's like thinking about it, but then he's like, well, let me see your guild membership. So he looks over your guild
Yes.
credentials, and he's like, oh, okay, that's
Okay.
pretty good.
Sweet.
Well, I'm not sure which room you needed to repair. I'm just the dockmaster. I didn't have any paperwork on. Let me just check. I didn't have any paperwork on this, but if you have to fix something, I suppose you could. I don't know where that
You
is.
got privately hired by one of the guests, so there wouldn't be any paperwork. It's not for the captain.
Okay, good. Roll deception.
God damn it.
That's up to you now, Trixie. We'll see how tricksy you are, Trixie.
Yeah, that's why I named myself that.
Hey, look, 11
15.
plus 4, 15. He's like, wait, oh, I see. You're part of his crew.
Yes,
They hold my carpentry tools.
because he's weak.
Lift
and a
very
coward.
good.
These are my apprentices.
I see. Well, was there a particular room that you were assigned to repair? I don't have the
Ballroom.
captain of the ship. The ship's captain is not here at
Ah.
port right now. He stayed in an inn.
Yes, it is a room on the lower deck to the left. We know where it is. We can get there ourselves. Thank you very much though for your help, and
Okay.
we'll come back out if we need you.
Okay, sounds good. He goes back to his stuff. So you guys basically walk up the
Yeah.
gangplank, and you get so the top of the ship is a huge space. There's a set of stairs that go down below deck, and then there's another set of stairs that goes down even further to just the straight cargo area, which is where all those dock workers are loading stuff. And you assume that this is stuff that's being shipped back up north. But the stairs that go down to the left lead to kind of an area that you assume is more for passengers.
So he does have money, right?
Which
He
one?
does have money, yes.
The guy we're trying to
yeah.
find.
Or his clothes are real nice.
So
He
I'm
had,
guessing
and he had
he's
money to hire.
probably in like a nicer room,
Yeah, like a
safe or something.
luxury deck.
Unless
Okay,
he doesn't
at
want
this
to-
point, to expedite, I'm going to have you all roll investigation. So look at your sheets, figure out what your bonus for investigation is, and then tell me your result.
14.
14 total? Okay, rip. I mean, not bad, but... Wow!
Plus
Heather coming through with the clutch. No
plus
need to roll.
3.
Alright, so that was a nat 20, so that's
Yeah.
probably going to be the best roll that anybody has. Yeah.
5, yeah, no 6.
So-
I don't know I'm on a boat.
So you guys are kind of, you're like walking,
Nothing
you go
about
down the
that.
stairs and you're walking on this hallway and you're kind of peeking into rooms. And it looks like most of these rooms are really small, like they're 10 by 10 rooms, and you open them up and they're bunks, like 3 on each side. So each of these rooms sleeps like 6 people. But then alright, so Milo goes down the hall even further and opens it up, and like you find a door that looks, first of all, it looks nicer, like just the woodwork on the door is nicer.
Hey, nice.
Yeah. And then you're like, "Guys,
Sean
come over
steals
here."
the door.
You open it up and you see this is clearly like a private room. There's only one bed.
Okay.
There's actually like a dresser and a wardrobe for hanging clothes. And you see like really nice clothes hanging in the room.
So I go tell everyone.
Do they look like
I mean,
elven man clothes?
Yes. So you guys all kind of pour in, and as you're investigating, Heather, you come through, like, you start going through the little dresser stand, and you notice that, first of all, you guys all notice, like, they're really nice clothes, kind of like the same size as that
steal it.
elf guy. You can steal it. And then you also know, Heather, this is where your clutch investigation roll comes through. You're opening up like dressers that just seem to have clothes, but one of them comes out really loosely and you hear something rattle inside, so you kind of dig around and you find a ring. And the ring has a signet. It's like the kind of ring that a noble would have.
I think I have one of those.
Yeah, and you see it, and it's got a marking, but make a history roll to see if you could figure out anybody who has history proficiency.
+3.
Go ahead and roll.
Do you have any?
You can make a history roll.
Mine's
+3. Yeah. and I
Okay,
have the
go ahead and
little-
make a history roll to see if you
I
guys
have
can
0.
determine what house this signet ring belongs to. What
What's the
noble
little
house?
dot next to history mean?
It means you have proficiency in it.
I have that.
Okay, so go ahead and make the roll.
Yeah, you
Here's a
And
d20. Here's a
you just
d20.
ask
Can we all
the
do
monk
it?
If you even recognize it.
You
11.
could.
3
Jeez.
plus 3. This is awkward.
None of us know what.
You guys look at this,
We
and,
don't
and
know
Matt,
what
I'm gonna say, as a noble, you're pretty familiar with noble houses and stuff, and even in other kingdoms, you have never seen this signet ring.
Oh, does the monk guy
Yeah.
know?
Roll for monk.
Yes.
He's like,
Rip.
It's not like he could tell us anyway.
We have pretty
Oh.
so what do you guys do? Oh, by the way, you hear some walking down the hallway.
Oh, fuck.
What do you do?
Close the door.
Last.
Okay, you close the door.
What if
No,
we
we gotta
sing-
leave.
Everyone
you.
home.
Y'all, why don't
Who,
we
by the
just
way,
sing-
who
We
has
kill
the
him, we
signet
just
ring?
kill him.
Who takes it? Matt?
I'll take it.
All right, write it down.
Okay. I'll do
Like
something.
mysterious signet ring.
Spooky.
I didn't say it was spooky. It's not like it's whispering devil voices to you.
Why
Well,
isn't
if it wasn't spooky, I'd know it.
Okay, so
Wait,
guys,
wait.
here's the thing.
What level
You
is it?
I could tell.
Are we underwater right now?
you're
What kind of
below
book?
the top deck, but you're on the first level of passenger rooms.
Cool, can I blast through the floor with an eldritch blast?
I mean, you could,
I-
but
Is that how we're
That's
doing?
not a
get
good
arrested?
idea.
but here's the thing.
We just
Here's what I
blasted
need to
the
know
wall
first.
open and escaped.
You just closed the door. Are you guys like just standing in the room with the door closed, or what do you do? Do you try to
Yeah.
hide? Do you?
Here's the thing. I'm
I
like
don't
40
know.
feet tall. I can't
I got
hide
an
in
idea.
this.
We're
You can
all
hide
tiny.
behind the armoire.
Can I ready an action?
Can
We
I
could probably fit in the drawers.
use
You knock the guy out as you walk.
sleight of hand and stealth
No, I'm tall.
to like quickly open the door and throw something down the hallway to distract the
Come on, man, I want to blast.
footsteps
Yes.
that I don't even see?
Yes. So I'm gonna have you roll stealth first,
Alright.
and then sleight of hand.
Stealth. Alright.
So let's see if you can open the door without being seen. So that's a 6. What's your bonus
Plus, what was that for?
for stealth?
+6.
Okay, so 12. All right, now roll sleight of hand to see if you can whip something. Okay,
What's
what's your? That's a 16. That's pretty good.
+8.
Okay, so 24. So you open the door a little bit, and you see some like, looks like a sailor walking down the hallway.
Okay.
So you flick. What do you flick? Like a nail or a rock or something? Something that you have to have on you. A copper piece.
I have a nail from my carpentry tools.
Okay. You discreetly whip a nail, and it successfully, like, you whip it past him, and he turns around. Yeah, he turns around and he's like, he looks. He starts walking back in the other direction to, like, see what it was.
Can I
What do you
cast
guys do?
Minor illusion to make somebody running down at the end of the hall, like at a crossroads or something?
Could you? That's a great
Ooh.
question. I
Ooh.
think you
That's a
could.
good idea.
I have minor illusion.
And I
can
think,
do that.
yes, you could do
That's
that.
some magic.
Let me see what the range is, though, because
Oh, yeah.
you don't know what your range is.
So let's
30
check
feet.
YouTube
So
comments.
yes,
I figured
you
it
could
out.
you could do a minor illusion of that 30 feet away, which would get him closer to the stairs. Or you could put it into a room to see if maybe that would bring him into one of the other rooms,
I'm
and then
gonna
you guys
minor
could sneak
illusion
back.
somebody running into a room.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Like that.
you do the minor illusion. He takes the bait. So he's like, you see the guy turn, now he's even more confused because at first he heard like a sound behind him. Now he sees like somebody run in the room and he's like, hey, get back here. And he goes over to the room and he opens the door, go inside.
Run over and slam that door shut.
I think we just book it.
Yeah, just leave.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you trying to sneak or
fast.
are you just full on running?
Just full on run.
Okay, so you guys
We're
full on
gonna
run.
lose.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You guys run. You run up the stairs. As the last of you are running up the stairs,
Oh,
you hear a
great.
guy behind you go, "Hey, get back here! What are you doing down here?"
No, you just keep
I
going.
Eldritch Blast him.
You guys keep going.
No.
Do you really?
Shut up.
I'm going.
No, we're gone.
All right. Well,
I
if
love
you
Carl.
if you want to, you can. Anna, you
Do
can.
it,
But
do it.
I blast
but
him.
Matt's
Do it.
you'd have to run back down the stairs
Can I just kind of?
because Matt's the last one up the
Can I
stairs.
just lean around?
Aren't I like the fastest?
I have a scimitar.
Oh wait, you move at 25, don't you? And so do you.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
So actually, you and Anna are the fastest.
Yeah, I'm
So
fast.
you guys are up the stairs
So
first.
I aim over
Oh,
their heads
yeah.
and shoot.
Okay.
Because my legs are
Yeah.
taller than
All right.
Yeah, but I
Sean
have.
Walter.
I gotta book it.
Fuck.
Fortunately, you miss.
I
Is my
did try to
stealth
blast
helping?
him.
And his
though.
arm
All right.
on fire.
So you guys are up the top of the stairs. You hear this voice, and Trixie turns around. She's like, and she shoots this blast down the hallway.
I missed.
You guys keep running. You guys all run up. You make it to the gangplank. You hear the guy's just like, oh, and he like jumps into her room to take cover. Okay. All right. So here's what happens. You guys get off the gangplank, and you get back down. You kind of hide out in an alley.
Oh, good.
The gray robe is with you still, and you have this mysterious signet ring. And that, my friends, is where we're going to leave off, with excitement pending as you are on the trail of the blonde elf. So, like I said, tune in to our live event, which is not scheduled. It's going to be announced on Twitter and on the Bill Allen World Facebook page. We'll be playing live from Las Vegas at the
And
NAB
LTTV
conference.
Instagram.
Yes, and
About
LTTV
me.
Instagram. All right, so we'll see you there. Peace out, people.